What's happening? What's happening? I see y'all tapping in. Appreciate y'all. As you know, we got the community cleanup on Saturday. So definitely looking forward to that. And then don't forget the link in bio for the big event. Monopoly. Let's see if it's working. Give it a couple minutes. Let a couple people tap in. Share this out. Definitely gonna giving out some good gems. We got a couple good guests tonight. Let's see if this ends up working.
All right, it went through this time. That's what's up.
Here we go, Coach.
Yeah, here, man. What's up, man? What's going on? Hey, I don't even know how to do the three window. I'm behind. That's why I got how the young boys. Y'all got it, man. I gotta learn how to do that.
Look, don't worry. We still trying to figure it out, man. We've been we've been logging off and logging on and making it work, but definitely free kick room, man.
Yeah, Lorenzi. Yeah, I see you're already in and out, man.
What's going on? Yeah, no, that was my fault because I was on Dwayne's Zoom and I thought that it didn't. What's going on? What's up, Coach? You back in the city?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here in the flesh for a few minutes, man. About to hang out for a while.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Welcome back, man. I was gonna hit you. I realized I think he's gone. So about
No, I'm back. I'm actually sitting. I'm just trying to figure out my life right now. That's it.
That's the perfect
wrong with your life?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. It's just that it's just the life I want to live right here. I got a good life, but Philly's dark, man. Listen, the young guns said it best. Who's the young guns? Who was state property? The sun never shines in the ghetto. So I gotta get some more. So listen, so am I frozen or is that y'all frozen?
We good.
I can see you. So right now.
No, so on mine, it's like I can hear y'all.
It's a delay.
Yeah. All right, well, as long as y'all can hear me, it's cool. But yeah, man, like I said, they probably said the sun never shines in the ghetto, man. I'm like, damn. You know what? Honestly, this is what I really want. I want to be able to walk out my backyard and pick a mango, right? And pick, and avocado. That's it. That's all I want. I want mangoes, avocados in my backyard.
But you also want to be able to walk outside in front of your house as well, get the shoes on with the robe over.
Yeah. That's it, man. I want to be able to more than anything else. I want to be able to walk and put my fishing rod in the water. It don't gotta be salt water. It could be fresh water, but I would like to have some water nearby.
Okay,
that's it.
And
and Philly just ain't that place. Except for it is one part of Philly, off the tow path where you up Young, up that was a tow path. Was one street where all the houses is raised up, and they got jet skis. They out on the water, windsurfing. It's a whole different vibe on that one street. But that's it.
Okay, so you a water boy though. You like the water though.
Hey, I like the water. I like the water.
All right.
You sound like you don't want to live in Philly no more, man. That's what happens when you get off. You start seeing them islands or wherever you was at. It looks different coming back.
Listen, I almost moved back to Carolina a few months ago.
So to Lorenzo's point though, so would you say that real estate has opened you up to other possibilities that you didn't necessarily think about in the past?
Yeah, no, clearly. I mean, well, and that's not real estate, just the freedom that it has provided. And I will say this, knowing how to renovate houses, and I haven't built a house yet, but I'm pretty confident I could build a house. I can do this business anywhere in the world. I feel like, well, some places don't let you earn a profit. Like if you're in Denmark, you can't earn a profit from this business. But if I wanted to build my house, I could do that. Or I can go other places. I can go to Ghana. I can go to Jamaica. I can go anywhere and build a house. I can do it. I know how to do it now. So options are open.
Right, but you did say real estate has given you the freedom and mobility.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, if it wasn't for real estate gave me my first big bag, right? I never held 50,000, and until real estate. Without real estate, I mean, I can say never, but the odds of me being able to touch a $50,000 check, probably slim.
Legally too, at that. I mean, yes, you're right.
Legally at that, people out here, getting your head blown off. When all I got to do is sign some paperwork and I get 50,000.
Right.
Right.
all you got to do is sign your name to a piece of paper. You get 50 racks.
but with that though, Malik, using the real estate, I guess, like, how many years in the game was it before you reached that first big bag?
So the first big bag at one time, it was probably my third year, but I was making consistent money real estate. I was making tens of thousands of dollars a month when I first doing mortgages. When I started out as a realtor, I was making even more because I was on realtor side and mortgage side. But then when I went over to the rental side, flip side, it wasn't as frequent, but the checks were bigger, whether it was a flip or whether it was a refi. One way or another, I had a big bag come in a couple of times a year.
Okay. So like, for you in that journey, I guess, would you say finding those kind of deals, like, are those deals hard to come by?
They are harder to come by. But so I'll say this, right? I'm gonna plug myself real fast. So I put together a program for the people that need help, finding deals, because it is more difficult now, but you need to know what you're looking for, right? Right before we jumped on the phone call, I got 2 different leads from my criteria. So I'm actually writing a book, and I'm trying to have it done by next week, so I'm gonna have it out on the street so people can really learn how I find deals. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, but I got a house 2 weeks ago for $500 down on Napa and Lehigh Avenue. Just today I went under contract with 3 lots in Nicetown for $20,000 for those 3 lots. I got a 7-unit project that I'm going to go look at on Monday that I got. He won like $1. It's a shell. He won like $1.50 for that. And so I'm finding these deals every day. And so it's out there. And so my thing is, I do want to show people how I'm finding it. I don't have a scarcity mindset. Philly has 40,000 vacant properties. I can't buy them all. Plus it's the same thing I'm doing here will work in Kansas City, right? It'll work in Chattanooga. It'll work in Chicago. The same strategies I'm using will really work everywhere. So I'm gonna just show people how I find deals and my little ebook. And
but rewind though, because you kind of jumped. So you said you have a system, right? Like, not like you are the system, but you have a system you created to bring the leads to you.
Right, 100%. 100%.
In that system, you found a house for $500 in Philadelphia during the pandemic?
It's on Napa and Lehigh, yeah.
But so one house for $500, then you found 3 lots for $20,000.
For 20, yeah.
So cats right now that's running up this PPP bag and all these other bags could have literally bought 4 properties if they had this resource that you had.
Yeah, easy. And the thing is, this is only for the past few weeks. I got 3 more today. One at 6 in Norris. I didn't even look at the address yet. I got it. I got it on here. I got that one. I'm gonna look. I got a few joints, man. I got a few. There's a lot of opportunities out here. And matter of fact, Keith, you can't. I think you're borrowing money, Keith, but you might be able to buy the 7 unit off me if I don't want it on Monday.
So with the leads that you're getting, you're saying, look, I'm gonna put the system and program in the book, tell you how to use it, figure out your criteria, but then in addition to that, you gonna break it. Are you gonna break down in the book like what makes a deal a good deal?
No, no, not in the book, but I don't want to be too long. People don't want to read a whole lot, right? People don't want to really go into it. But so what I did is I am going to create along with it. We are going to create a private community where I can talk more about that. And I'm not charged. The book is only going to be like $40. Like, I'm not trying to kill anybody with the book, but the private community is going to be free. You buy a book, you get access to the community. And so what that does is a couple of things. One, I'm hoping to develop a community where everybody bringing the deals to the community and we can share in the deals, because I don't only buy in Philly, right? I still buy in North Carolina, so hopefully people down there. And if somebody come across like a 30-unit building in Memphis, I'm gonna want to see it, right? And so I want people to actually just bring deals and we'll talk about what makes a good deal, my criteria, and because a good deal for me might not be a good deal for you and vice versa. So it's just about is that so what I'm gonna do? Hey, look, I'm gonna give you a phone number with a shirt code, right? If anybody is interested, like next week it'd be done. The phone number, if you just text the letters PI, investigator PI, because the name of the book is basically just gonna be called Property PI.
Malik, you froze. You said you froze, Malik. EIPI.
No. The name of the book is going to be called Property PIs, like private investigators.
You want text? You said text something.
Text just PI, right? Text PI to 215-366-0011. I'm gonna type it in.
You should probably put that in the chat.
So you'll have a book ready, right?
Yeah,
so
listen.
People look.
It already went to the editor. The editor already. I sent it. What I did is I sent it to 2 different editors. So I'm going to read the edits tonight. I'm actually going to probably breeze through one of the edits, and then tomorrow I'm gonna breeze through the other edit, and I'm gonna see if I need to add anything.
So I think the book is right on time, right, Malik? Because I don't know if you know, but I'm pretty sure you know. We got our event next month, May 29th, the Investment Blueprint Real Life Monopoly. So if you literally take this book, this ebook that Malik has created, and then take the knowledge that you're going to be given at this mastermind event on May 29th, sky's the limit is, that's probably an understatement at this point. Because, again, Lorenzo can attest to it. When you got Herman in the building giving you business credit plays, when you got Atia giving you plays on, how to build $1 million portfolio in just 12 months. And then all the other people in there, Dwayne teaching you how to use your 9 to 5, the leverage, kill the burr on steroids. But now if you talk about getting deals for $500, the burr strategy is effortless at that point. You can't lose getting $500 houses.
Listen, you got an all-star lineup, man. You're missing one guy, man, but you got an all-star lineup in that thing.
I was trying to get you to come over. You wasn't coming outside when we was putting it together.
No. That's no. I wasn't coming outside until I got vaccinated. I'm vaccinated now, and so
now you want to come outside.
I'm back in the street, but that weekend I'll actually be away. It's my wife's 40th birthday weekend, so we out. So I couldn't come regardless. But
but don't trip. The next event, we got some speakers we couldn't get on this one. We couldn't get Janelle. We couldn't get Dan Harvey. So the next event, we already got most of the headline that we want to ask to come out. But so just know the first event is going to be crazy. So you definitely don't want to miss that. And probably the second event, I don't even know what we're going to have in store for y'all. But I know this first event, again, is going to be bananas. And for the price we only charging $100 for that lineup that you're talking about, Malik.
No, you got everybody. Listen, you got everybody, every strategy. They gonna be able to lead it with access to capital and how to get deals. I really got, and the thing I like about the event, what everybody got on there is, with Jimmy and Corey, talking about, the stock stuff. I know Courtney, the Ivy investor. She's like Courtney is a wealth of knowledge, in herself. She's insane,
And real
and
estate
I
Tracy to both of them.
Yeah, and Tracy too, man. But Courtney is like a female Cliff Clavin, man. She knows a lot about every damn thing. She's gonna like between life insurance and investing and the weed play and Courtney is Courtney. I don't know if you guys know, but the budget needs to tap Courtney to be in her book that came out. So Courtney has a segment in the best-selling book that came out last week from the Budgetnista. So Courtney's amazing. Like I said, Jimmy and how they play with the precious metal. Like right now, like this is a fact. And I said it today in the group. And Lorenzo, you saw when I made my career off real estate. Right, I have a very comfortable life off of real estate. When I added stock to that, that's the cheat code. Like once you guys,
game was over after that, man.
The cheat code, man. Understanding those two at the same time, growth is insane growth. But real estate gave me the confidence and the money to invest in real estate. I mean, in the stock market. Like if I get a deal, right? Say I got a check, I'll do a flip, right? I say I got $110,000 profit on a flip. I can throw 5, 10, 20 over here in the stock market and still be okay. And still got my real estate deals going on, still got whatever. Then like, okay, damn, I got another deal for like another 100,000. I got through another 20,000 in the stock market and then watch the portfolio just keep adding up. And then also real estate adding up. It's insane. But real estate gave me the money and the confidence to be able to go in there and play in other fields.
It was a long run right there where all we talked about was stocks. I'm like, yo, what you got going on? You put it down, the semiconductors, and I'm like, nah, I like the Peloton play,
No, listen, for a long time, but it's like, and the thing is, a lot of what you learn in real estate can translate over, timing, valuation, patience, reinvesting, leveling up, when to pivot, like all these things you learn in real estate is like, how do you put it into other fields? But real estate is like, it's investing at a high level with a parachute. Right. Because you can mess up in real estate. You can mess up and still make money in real estate.
Right.
You can buy wrong. You can pay too much for a house, but over time, it'll work out. Right. And there's you can make a lot of mistakes and still make money in this business. The only thing I will say is if you're in Philadelphia as an investor, the only thing I think you can do wrong is buy in the Northeast. So it's the only thing as an investor I think you can do wrong.
Why would you say that? What's wrong with the Northeast?
What's wrong with the Northeast? Okay, yeah. Okay. Everybody got to go somewhere, man. And it's gonna be listen. Everything has peaks and valleys, and one, Northeast was here. I said Northeast was here.
It was up here.
It's snowfall. You know what I'm saying? It's like snowfall right now, and then so it's on a decline. So listen. If you catch the Northeast, catch it when it come back on a incline, not on a decline. Right?
They got a long way to go. Are you trying to say that that's where you think that people are going to move to? I'm just not putting words in your mouth, but that's what I'm.
No. What I'm saying is that's where people are moving from. The money is leaving there.
Right, they're leaving.
And right now, we all have access to the MLS, right? If you put in like 19135 or whatever, like Oxford Circle or Cotman Avenue or Mayfair, there's more transactions in that zip code for a reason. People leaving.
Yeah.
You have low transactions. People not leaving, it's low transactions. When people are leaving, it's high transactions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can still buy it. It still look pretty when you ride through.
It do still right now. They still got the commercial corridors. They still look nice up there.
It still look pretty. Okay. It still look pretty. Right. But you know, it's getting more and more crime. Like, listen, we understand everything's a cycle. And their cycle is on the way down, but that's why you got $800,000 valuations of Strawberry Mansion. You know what I'm saying now, right? 600,000 in Strawberry Mansion. You know, where you got Allegheny West got 350 valuations. That's on the incline. You know what I'm saying it's like it's a cycle. You know what I'm saying, Lee, you see numbers you're getting in Cobbs Creek. You know, it's the incline.
So
you know,
speaking of Cobbs Creek, you know, you're the king of Cobbs Creek. Where do you see West Philly, I guess, going the next 5 years? Because right now we had 350 for some of these flips. Do you see it getting to like maybe $500,000?
Yeah, easily. Easily, it easily $500,000. It's not even easily. All you have to do, what most people don't do, like my book is short because people don't like to read. Like all the answers are in black and white. If you read the real estate section, it tells you everything that's coming. And then look at public records. You can see the transactions. And then when you look at it, it's all LLCs. It's not individual names, it's all LLCs, right? And then you're looking like, okay, just yesterday in the paper, Children's Hospital, they're in the first phase of a $3.4 billion complex. That's hospital.
Right.
3.4 billion. It's the billion. That's just
they say where they dropping at.
It's well, you know, it's there. It's the whole Schuylkill yards and all around there, around the. Matter of fact, if you see it, if you go down that 38th Street, right before you get on the expressway to the right side, it started the old hotel. They just leveled it.
Right.
I'm saying, so yeah, everything is. Read the Philly 2035 plan. It's all written out. You don't have to guess where to buy. It's written. I'm saying, just read, and it'll tell you everything.
So if we in West, do you think we should flip these houses or should we keep them? What would be a strategy? Like, you know, because we in West Philly people, so
I am doing both right now, only because, well, as you know, I don't like to borrow as much money, but I'm actually gonna start borrowing even more money because I want my projects to get bigger. You know, I've been playing at the same pond for a long time, and I'm ready to level up. You know, and so
you talking about new construction, or you talking about larger multifamily?
Both. You know, West Philly doesn't have like a lot of vacant lots like other parts of the city. You know, so you can't. You know, we got demolished first, and that's why you see where the developers are going. Developers are going where they're vacant lots. And you already know where the next hot area. You know, it's simple. Who got all the vacant lots?
Wait, what you talking about? Kensington and Allegheny, or what area are you talking about?
You can look it up. Whether it was 2.5, 2.5 got dried up. You know, it was 2.1, 2.1 dried up. Now you look at 3.2. 3.2 is 600, 700. Those lots have been acquired. You know, Sharswood. Now 2.3, and then 3.4, 3. Wherever there are vacant lots, large warehouses, stuff like that. Developers have to build.
They have to.
If they're not building, they're not making money.
Yo, I'm tight, Malik, because like what you just said about the development, 54th and Whippy.
Yeah.
Them units they dropping over there, and then I just sold my flip at 58th and Whippy.
Yeah.
Like, dog.
No,
And
listen,
who would
no,
have
don't worry
thought
about it.
Woodley Avenue would ever be popping from the non-brigade days to now? Like,
Oh, them non-bulls is wild. But yeah,
shout to Russ and Ice and them, man.
I still see Russ running on 58th Street almost every day.
oh yeah, getting his run on the
Getting his
creek.
run on. Yes, sir.
Shout to them boys, man. But no, listen, man, you gotta you did the right thing, right? Because you got to level up. You gotta take the big nut to put it, to put to your stash so you can do a bigger deal. You did right. Listen, I just sold 54th and Cedar. I'm selling 57th and Cedar. I just sold 54th and Pine. I sold 50 a couple years ago,
You
51st and
did
Catherine.
sell you
So
did sell 54th and Pine?
isn't the contract? Yeah.
All right, that's good, man. That project was a long time coming.
It was listen, you know what though? It was a long time coming, but I didn't lose any money because the prices kept going up. My original exit price was 280.
Right.
And so the increase in price, I'm still making a nice couple dollars.
Right.
And I'm not, and the thing is, and I sold it for a short. I could have made more on it, but one hand, what was they say, a bird in the hand worth two in the bush.
Yeah.
I had an offer right there, and I took the offer. I'm still making bread. I can make more, but I don't have to max out every deal. What if I don't, right? What if somebody don't come with that same number later? Then I'm salty. Or they say they do come, but in 2 months, I could take this profit today and flip it to something bigger before the next one comes, the next situation. So no, this is the right move. I took it. I sold it for less than I could have, but more than my original goal.
Right.
I got a question. He said, "What do y'all think of?" You see the question, Ant?
What do y'all think about Belmont, Mill Creek, and Haddington right now? Haddington is jumping a little bit right now. The numbers
So let me
ain't
tell you
super
this.
crazy, but it's jumping.
Haddington is getting a buyer that used to be in Cobbs Creek. People
Because of the prices.
and yeah,
It's
because of the
100 square feet.
yeah. Well, no, Haddington, they still got the ones at 58th and Girard. They some nice house cribs around there, Girard Avenue, right? And so no, yeah, Haddington is definitely coming, and there's more opportunities in Haddington. Um, Mill Creek is going to be special, and Belmont is definitely going to be special. Belmont already get pretty good numbers,
Yeah,
especially on Parkside Avenue in Belmont. They already getting pretty good numbers. But when you back there, like Leidy Avenue, look at once again, it's vacant lots.
that's right.
All Leidy Avenue is all vacant lots and all shells. They all, so developers go where's opportunity. There's all opportunity back there.
And they're gonna get those numbers coming right off of like Parkside or something like that. So it's
Yeah,
gonna go.
it's gonna be big numbers over there. It's gonna be big numbers over there. I mean, it's across the bridge from Brewery Town. It's good. I think that I like that a lot. I like and then Mill
Al,
Creek,
that's 1904.
right? But then Mill Creek, once again, I don't know if anybody read it, but their projects are for sale. 46th Street projects for sale, and they're not selling it to a nonprofit. They're selling it to a market level buyer, a market rate buyer. The projects for sale.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a town up there. No, man, no, that's insane. We don't even know who the buyer is gonna be or what's going on with that. But I'm looking forward for them demolishing those high rises right there.
Those high rise. I don't even know another big project. You seen that Citizens Bank? They won like 3.2 million on 52nd and Market Street. I don't know if you seen that one.
They won it, you said?
They're still on the market now. It came up like last week.
Oh, that bank. You know what? You know what's crazy? Let me say that. I almost bought that building. I had my mortgage company. No, listen, I had my mortgage company. I had the financing in place for it. My mortgage company. At the time, they wanted $300,000 or so for the building. This is probably back in '09. No, it was '07 because it had a mortgage collapse yet. So it was '07, and it was like 250, 300,000 they wanted for that building because it was in terrible, terrible shape. And then, oh no, I take it back. That's a different building. That was the other one. They wanted 700,000 for it. So they wanted 700,000 for it. But at the time, Citizens was still on the first floor. So you get the building with the Citizens Bank lease. And also the printer was in the basement. And the reason why I didn't do it, I had the funding for it. I had the money, but I had the funder who was going to do it. But I was afraid to owe him that much money if something went wrong. And we ended up financing my office at 65th and Haverford on the corner. Right now it's a hair salon, but we got that building instead. And that was the right move because the mortgage industry collapsed the next year and I lost everything. So to have that building up there that was still manageable, to rent it out, whatever, is easy. To have that building, you know, have that 8 stories, you know, and I had a whole vision. Like I was going to have my mortgage company on one floor, have a title company on another floor, and my processor on another floor, but the top floor was going to be my crib.
Yeah, stuff.
And so
you was gonna have your own skyscraper around the way.
Yeah, right. It was. But I was like, you know, the cell phone towers might get cancer right there, man. So we're not messing with that on that building. But Bull paid like 900,000 for it 2 years ago. Now he want $3.2 million. And to be honest, you know, it's not worth 3.2 because you're gonna have to put like another 7 million into it. But it's a good piece though. It's a good look.
I think he'll get it though. I think they'll get that. I know you say it might not be worth it, but for some reason I feel like it is because once you put that there, unfortunately a lot of the merchants on 52nd Street, they're going to have to adjust because they're not going to be welcome there anymore. They're not welcome now, but they've been holding on barely. But once that's built and done, you're not looking at now you're bringing in, you know, like my store or some of the higher end stores, and once you put those on 52nd Street, it's off to the races.
Nah, I think we got a very long time for anything like that, you know, because and you got to also remember like the people that are moving to like even the wealthier people, the white people that's moving up this way, that ain't their vibe, you know. They're like more hippie and. You know, you'll see coffee shops and dog groomers before you see any like high-end clothing brands.
It look like Gerard, or it looks like downtown.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it like Gerard having like some nice food spots, some nice, you know, vegan options. You know?
Okay, all right. Because that's so, I actually envisioned the higher end stores being on either Baltimore Avenue or 52nd Street, so the Gucci's and the Louis. I would love to see that. And I think that's what I think. That's what I thought was going to happen in the next 5 or 10 if we have that you know, like the anchor building that can hold those things.
Yeah, nah, I don't like it. I do see more businesses coming, but not that. The hard part about 52nd Street is they keep building Kensington so fast. So much money going down there, so many commercial space, so much opportunity. You know, it's hard. If they're sucking up all the new businesses, it's going to be hard for 52nd Street to get any of them, you know, so we're going to have to still wait. We're going to still wait and see because Kensington, they're getting all the businesses.
Yeah.
Now, y'all been down there lately? I was just down there the other day.
I was down there.
Yeah.
I go to your offices down there in Fishtown.
As a matter of fact, I was at your office the other day. I did the interview with Derek.
Derek not in my office.
I know, but the place he rented was a few doors down from your office. I parked in front of your office.
Okay.
Yeah, I parked in front of your office right there. So, but yeah, you done every day. No, it's a whole new world down there. You know, listen, real quick, and if one day if you're interested in risking your life, man, go down to A in Indiana. They have some amazing empanadas in that corner. You know, you might have to bust 2 shots. You got your car, but. Listen. Like I'm not even joking though. I feel like that's my goal to risk my life. You know, because it's gangster.
But,
Yo, A Indiana is gangster. That's like the Wire in that joint.
But the food is worth it though.
The empanadas. Listen, you walk up, You just get two empanadas in the soda, $5, no change. Take the change and get up out of there.
Get out
And
of
then
there.
get up out of there. Yo, let me get 2 chicken, Pepsi, I'm out. That's it. You in and you out. Like, yeah, same bag, and you get up out of there.
Hey, but Malik, though, you slid that in earlier. You said, what year was that? When the recession hit and you lost a lot of your stuff?
Yeah, that was '08. That's '08.
'08, '09. So, but now you talking 2021. So, I mean, what made you not give up or throw the towel in once, like, you lost it all? Because a lot of people, you lose it all, and then now you get the bitter face and be like, real estate's a scam.
I mean, well, I always believe in myself, right? I always believe in myself. And I told you before at your other joint, like, I didn't always have the confidence that I would be successful in real estate as far as being a realtor. I always knew that I would be an owner, and I always knew that I would make money. I just didn't know how that would come, And then my job made it easy for me to take a risk on myself because I hated my job. But to be honest, like after I left my job, I realized that I didn't really hate the job. I hated more so myself for feeling like I was stuck in that position. I hated like I couldn't move. I felt like I was being smothered from not doing what I wanted to do. So it wasn't the job, just how the job made me feel that I hated. I'm saying, and so, but I couldn't see that as I was in it. I was like, I hate this job, But then, but the job made me really appreciate what I had. To be honest with you, the reason I having that job is the reason why I can live a very humble life and be happy. Because when I got the PHA, I was at Blumberg, for those that don't know, 23rd and Jefferson, insane neighborhood right now. I could have owned it all. I could have been mega rich if I've been buying down there. I was working the PHA. But when I got there in December, they didn't have any heat or hot water until March. And you're living in projects, and you still don't have heat or hot water. And they hadn't had it since November. But I still got to collect rent, right? And PHA, they don't have the same rules that everybody else got. They operate in a whole other place. They don't even need a rental license. They're different over at PHA, right? And so that whole time, that whole month, nobody had heat or hot water, right? But still collecting rent. We got 30-something days to do service orders if we get to it. There's so much violence. I'm seeing suicides. I'm seeing I'm literally watching dead people, brains on the door. I'm seeing all this substance abuse. I'm seeing, sexual abuse. Guys, just doing nothing all day and smoking. I don't know what kind of drugs make you hallucinate. People outside hallucinating on the drugs. Everybody laughing at them and pointing. And I see how people are living there. So how can I complain about my quality of life where I got heat every day? I got ain't nobody trying to kick in my door. Like the most nerve-wracking thing about living in those high rises, man, is people are in those hallways all day and all night, and they're stone, and the sound echoes. And every time the elevator stops on your floor, you hear that bing throughout the entire floor. I could never get sleep in there. No, I'm serious. Like, how could you ever go to sleep? People arguing, and they fight in the hallway all times, day and night. No respect. Fiends having sex in the hallways. You got all types of stuff that's going on. This is where you live. So how can I not appreciate my living situation? Right. Where I worked in that environment for 6 years, and that helped me. So imagine living in there. The odds are stacked against you where you can't even get a good sleep. Right. If you're 9:30 in the morning, 4 guys in the courtyard shooting it out. It's kids across the street and Reynolds in the playground waiting to go in school, and the teacher got to rush them in. I had to damn near save some girl's life and pull her pull her into the office because they was going at it. 9:30 in the morning, 4 dudes just banging it out.
Whoa.
A few minutes later, everybody come outside like it's all good, right?
Yeah.
And people got to like live in that. That's the environment they got to live in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not in the street. I'm not from the street. Yes, I was in the bottom, but I never had to get the fight and all that. But it was a whole, I could still always go home to a quality meal, right? I've never missed anything. And so, yes, I could be humble and feel like I got a great life because I've seen what not a great life looks like.
Right.
No, I don't have to have these things. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different feeling when you know that a lot of people live worse than you do. I have it great compared to a lot of people.
Right. Nah, that's a good perspective to think about. And I mean, even like you said, from thinking about the part when, you lost it all or had to go through that struggle by yourself, I think it's imperative now. Like, imagine if you had the tribe you got now back then.
Right.
Back 08, 09. I don't know. You was rolling solo back then, right?
Yeah, for sure. It wasn't. And the thing, listen, and what I've said in their interview, what people don't realize is that who was on YouTube in 08, 09? Who was giving the game that you could get? Who was on Instagram giving game in 08 or 09? It didn't exist. It didn't exist. Not nobody was doing it. It didn't exist.
Right.
There was nothing. Like when I tell people, like I'll be 43 in June. My sophomore year in college, we just got emails. You know what I'm saying? Like email was out, but nobody had emails. You know what I'm saying? That's serious. My first email was a Yahoo account. It only had 10 megabytes of storage. Ooh. Nobody had email.
That ain't a lot of emails. No pictures or nothing. No documents.
No pictures or nothing. And that's 1997. I'm saying if people think that this because people are younger, they always had it. It was not always here. When I got to college '96, people thought I was privileged because I had a computer. Nobody had computers in there. We had a computer lab, but everybody had word processors.
So would you almost say it's no excuse at this day and age on being broke or feeling like you don't have no opportunity?
Man, listen, listen, somebody's going to take this sound bite and they're going to put me up here. They're going to talk bad about me. I'm ready for all the smoke. But listen, in the words of the great Negro philosopher Cameron said, if you can't get paid and the earth is big, you worthless, kid. Like, yo, listen, right now, everybody can do it. So the main reason why I share so much information, right, and one of the main reasons why I go out my way to, like the T-shirt that I made, stock, real estate, life insurance businesses, like all of those things is because I realized from working at these places that people don't have access to the same information that I had, and so I do my best to give it away, right, and I work with. And I know that I can't really relate to the streets, right? It's like, I'm black, but I can't relate to the streets. Like I never, I was never in the grind, in the hustle. So my message really won't relate to somebody in the trenches the way that somebody that's in the trenches of the trenches. So what I try to do is connect with street dudes, right? I connect with dudes that's either were on the block, still on the block, did that time. And I give them the game for free. Like, yo, share this with people that listen to you. Because they may or may not listen to me, but they'll definitely listen to you, the OG.
So right? How do you get them to change their mindset? Because like when you're in the streets, you got a different mindset. Like this money is slow word money. So did that connect to the street guys or was it still like a gap?
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I know at least one millionaire in real estate out of Bloomberg, started in the dope game. I like to say I had something to do with it, but I don't know for sure. But he was already a hustler. He was making hundreds of thousands of dollars from the trap. He had a floor on lock. Bloomberg was a different place because they had drug crews in this floor. This floor was a crew, and this floor was a crew. And then the other building had 2 floors that was crews. Then the low rise at different streets that was drug crews. right? And they wasn't like beefing. It was more like frenemies. I'm saying than beefing. And Young was like 21 at the time. And I just asked him like, yo, bro, when is enough enough? And like, what you meant? Like, yo, when, like, how long you gonna be risking your life out here? You know, doing these things. Like, when you gonna, whatever. He looked at me crazy and like walked away. And he came back to me a few months later. It was like, oh, gee, I understand what you're saying now. By next year, I'm done. Right? This was like December, January. Right? But at the end of that year, I never saw him in the projects again. Now, I don't know if he was still in the street, but what I do know is that he wasn't there no more. He wasn't coming down. Like, I would see him pull up with the shoebox. You know what I'm saying? Leave, come with the shoebox, leave with the book bag. You know, I saw him today. That I didn't see that anymore. So did he leave the game alone at that time? I don't know. But I saw him like 2 years later at Home Depot, and he bought. Yo, listen, yo, he said he bought like 12 houses in Brewerytown. This is before Brewerytown, what it is now. He bought 12 houses up there, all renovated, no mortgages, and he was getting $1,200 a month then. You know, and one of the things that he said to me that still to this day sticks with me is he said, "There's nothing in this world that I can't do with $7,000 a month." And I started thinking about it. I was like, damn, you could live in a good house, you could drive a good car, you could take good trips. Like, you don't need to have millions of dollars to have a great life. And to him, it was like $7,000 a month, and I still carry that. Like, I still, of course, with inflation, whatever, probably like 8,400 now, but I still carry that kind of mentality. Like, nah, you don't have to have millions of dollars to have a great life. You know, boy making $10,000 a month ain't got to do nothing for it. Why would you risk your life selling dope? You know, still. And I know he was still buying houses, but I don't know what level he was. I don't know what level he was. I saw him again one time in Southwest. He was looking at the house out there. I know he bought up houses from PHA auction. So he probably got like 15 houses or something like that and left the game alone. Right. So, you know, I don't know if my conversation about real estate sparked that in him. I don't know, but we had it. You know, so yes.
No, go ahead.
So I was saying, so yes, some of them did listen. You know, I had a really good relationship with one of them that was hustling, and every day I saw him like, yo, tell me about some real estate. So he would walk the yard with me, walk the projects with me. We would talk like the courtyard. So we would talk about real estate. I'll tell him this and that. You know, and it like hurt my feelings to find out he was murdered one day, and he was murdered by somebody that he knew, somebody that used to eat at his dinner table, somebody who they used to have sleepovers together, you know, over a misunderstanding, you know. But the dude was a cold killer, allegedly. The one that they say did it. I never got caught, didn't get caught, whatever. You know, altercation and projects, and then they were at an after hour, and leaving the after hour, he killed him. You know, and so, you know, that was that circumstance. So that kind of hurt my feelings, you know, a lot at that time. I like that because he was a real good dude. He was just so trapping. He wanted to learn. So yeah, I will say some people, you know, did learn. At least one person who I'm still Instagram friends with when I was at Bartram Village, you know, bought a house. I was mad at her because I'm telling her every day, because, you know, we're doing the recertification. I'm looking at that all the income. I'm like, yo, why don't you buy a crib? Yeah. And she did buy a crib, but she used Jasmine as a realtor. It's you know, so yeah, some people, mom. Right. So some people really did listen, and I really do feel like I had some impact, you know, when I was down, especially at that level. And I was never a dickhead when I was a property manager. You know, I was never arguing with people. I was just, you know, happy and, you know, they give me love. But at the same time, you know, I can't, you know, reach everybody. You know, I do what I can, and I can share information. And, you know, our people, kind of Black people, are in this condition for lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
So, all right. So, oh, go ahead. I do want to ask though, like, so the young boys, right?
Go ahead.
How would you connect to somebody that's 16 that's still in the streets, because I feel like that's one of our problems in the city, why we don't feel safe, and this is why we're doing the community cleanup. So they're a little different, because I don't know if they even hustling for money. Like, how would you connect to the 16-year-old that's just wilding out there? What you gonna say to him?
So I would give them the same information. It's just they're gonna be harder. They're going to learn the hard way a lot of times. They're gonna learn the hard way, but they not going to be like, okay, crib, or let me go, buy a house or buy a car, or let me go get into this business. What I let them know is what I was joking about when I first got on here is all it takes is your signature to get tens of thousands of dollars. You don't have to, do no lick. At 16, they can't really understand that, and there's not a lot that they can do. But what they do know is social media, but not how to monetize it. And I can't really teach them that because I haven't, figured that part out. All I can tell them is have something to look forward to. I can give them information to look forward to. And that's why a lot of times I'm not even really talking to the youngins a lot. It's more that's like just came home or about to go in, it's kind of up age that really can, make a move. And the youngins is just right. I kind of talk to their parents, and just try to, share the knowledge with them, and listen, people always like, oh man, you can't charge for knowledge. Listen, what I do is I charge the folk that can afford it, and the ones that can't, I give it away. That's it.
Right, but
that's it.
But with that, right? So that's where when you talk about influence, environment, and all that stuff. So look, you got ample opportunity to community cleanup this Saturday from 12 to 2 at 55th in Baltimore. Then, not to mention, again, Malik's dropping his book in about a week or two, teaching you how to find these houses with the proven system that he had. He buying houses for $500, 3 lots for $20,000. And then you take that information and put that to the investment blueprint. When people say like, yo, how you gonna charge for information that you already know? No, I had to put that process together and show you. But what's $100? You spend that eating out 3-4 days in a row. So $100 for you to learn how to get business, how to invest in stocks, cryptocurrency, how to level up with life insurance. Link in my bio, link in Lorenzo's bio. You can't beat that. Your family, you owe it to yourself, let alone your family and the people coming behind you. But my question for you, Malik, not just the people in the trap and whatever else they got going on, but what would you tell your younger self, like your 25-year-old self, about putting yourself in position? Because you said you're almost 40 now, but it's like if you could reach,
I'll be 43 in June. So
say it again.
I'll be 43 in June, right? So
what would you tell your 25-year-old self if you could go back and do it again?
Stay the course. I mean, more than anything else, because I've always been frugal. I've always been that. But my thing is, when the money wasn't fast enough, I would pivot. And if I had stayed the course and real estate in the crash, instead of jumping out of real estate because I was scared and go get a job, I would be much further along, and so I was jumping back and forth. No, have this vision and stick with it and keep, and really stick with it. Especially it was paying me money. I had no real reason except for fear to leave the business, and that's what I would definitely tell my younger self. I was never a spender, ever. I take trips. Even in college, I was taking good trips, making good money. But I was not buying clothes. I wasn't buying jewelry. My money was going to living good, as far as taking trips. I was going to, Black College at Kings Dominion. I was going to, Freaknik. I was going to, Biking Week in Myrtle Beach. I was going to Black College
in the crew.
You know, yeah. Listen, no, the Freaknik was a special time in the Black American history. You know, we'll never
Okay.
have it
Well,
again.
we tell, tell that tell that story another day. We can't get that story away for free.
No, 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 for sure. We ain't done that.
Hey,
We ain't
but
done that.
Lorenzo, same question for you. What would you tell your younger self, your 25-year-old self, if you had to go back and you could do it again?
Yeah, I mean, my also was almost the same thing because I did pivot, and I never really talk about this, but I spent almost a year, 2 years trying to get into law school. So I had jumped out of real estate to I was like, well, I'm just gonna be a lawyer, and I took the courses, and a couple months before I was supposed to start, I I told my family that I wasn't going, and you can imagine that they was hurt. I was like, I'm gonna keep working at Olive Garden. It was like you could have went to law school, but now you about to keep working at Olive Garden to be do real estate, and what you've been trying to do, but it hasn't really jumped yet. So I would have really stuck through that, and I probably would have quit my job maybe a little sooner. I could have probably quit when I had got to 10 doors, but I waited till I got to closer to 20. But at 10, I think I had the game figured out, and I could have just doubled down and went with it.
So would you say you felt, two questions in? Would you say you were trying to appease your family, or were you more so scared of the fear of failure on why you was trying to pivot to go to law school?
I think a lot of it was image. Coming from like Hampton University is a different type of school, bro. They got like they're real big on image and certain things that kind of stuck with me after graduation. And although being a lawyer, it just seems like it was held to a higher regard than a damn Section 8 landlord, which I am now. And you kind of get. I was getting clown working at Olive Garden, so it was a lot of things. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna show them. I can show them by being a lawyer, but when I really did the research, it wasn't what I really wanted to do, and it wasn't what I was passionate about. So that was one, was yes, image and how everybody else was going to view me. And I didn't really have too much of the fears because, like Malik, I'm not buy. I did buy Jordans. I was a Jordan dude, but I shop on the clearance rack. So even my suits and everything, I just go and get it custom made, make it tailor fit to me. But I spent a lot of money on a lot of different things. So I was never that guy. I do like to have a certain pair of sneakers, but other than that, I'm like, look, he said, $7 grand. I'm like five grand. I keep it moving. I'm gonna live real well with that.
Right. If you ain't got work for it, and listen, Lee, I'm gonna tell you one thing that you need to go back and tell your 17, 18-year-old self, man. Go to an HBCU.
Yeah. There's a lot of stories, man, we can't even say out here because we got through before the internet. So I'm glad about that one, man. You ain't never gonna find some of them stories out there. You gotta dig them up, pay somebody for them.
Yeah, man. Nah, Lee, definitely,
No,
definitely,
you're gonna
definitely.
pay somebody to burn joints. You say, wait till you run for city council and then them Jones surface. Like, yo, where you get them from?
Like, yeah, like, what happened? Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. So I know
listen,
they out there somewhere, but we
hey,
gonna
listen,
hope they.
listen. My college was before cell phones, man. So listen. We had two-way pagers, man. We had no cell phones back then. Listen, nobody, people had cell phones, but far and few between had a cell phone. So I'm a
Yeah,
little older, man. What a
but
different time period made. But seriously though, but back at it, man. I guess to kind of bring this whole thing home is people that's watching. Real estate is a really great foundation to jump off of everything that you do. And you don't have to be a guru, right? You don't have to, have 20 doors, 13 doors, 40 doors. You don't have to do that. Get enough doors to make your life easy and take as much cash out to get to what you want to do, right? Because what I always tell people is figure out a way just to make an additional 2,000 a month and stop buying shit. When I was doing mortgages, barely anybody owed more than $35,000 in bad debt. Most people 8, 9, 10,000. But you figure if you had even $30,000 in bad debt, if you figure out how to make $2,000 a month and stop buying shit, then that means in less than 18 months that your whole life will be debt free outside of your living expenses, right? And so, like including your car, you get off including your car if you figure out how to make $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month, that's only a couple of rentals that get you there, and they get you to a point to where your life is paid for, and that make life easy. It's not like you don't have to, make $50,000, $60,000, $80,000, $100,000 to live a quality of life. Is what you do, you know, use real estate as an easy way, as an easy vehicle to make money and as a foundation to do what you really want. If you want to have a barbershop, a hair salon, a restaurant, cool, use real estate. Buy a mixed-use building, 2 apartments, and keep your overhead low, for those businesses, right? If you want to be an insurance person, cool. Be an insurance person, buy your little State Farm franchise, put it in the building that you own, keep your overhead low, have your tenants paying that. So there's a lot of things that you can do, and just use real estate as a springboard to make your life easier to get what you really want to do. I don't like being a landlord. I like renovating properties, but I don't necessarily like being a landlord.
Right.
But my life is easier because I chose that route. That's the reason why I don't have to go to work every day. It's because I made those investments that pay me now, and anybody can do it. Like, you don't have to be rocket scientists to do this business.
No.
I'm saying you got to understand numbers to an extent.
Right.
So if you don't want to be a mogul, cool, don't. Get a few buildings, make your life easy.
About one a year.
Listen, my strategy right now, I tell anybody, if you want to be a millionaire, if you got low skills, right? Let's say you're starting out at 21 years old with no student loan debt, whatever else, right? If you buy 1 duplex a year for 20 years, by the time you turn 40, you got 40 doors. You got you got 40 doors. If you're making at least, $500 per building, you're making $10,000 a month. And then if you start off, if you take $500 a month and throw that in the stock market and buy the S&P, now you're 40 years old, you got $500,000 liquid, you got $10,000 a month, and I didn't say anything about your job 401k. I didn't tell you to put more money in. I didn't say none of that. I just said about 1 duplex a year and put $500 a month to the stock market and buy S&P. And by the time you're 40 years old, you have $10,000 a month and like $500,000 liquid. Like, nobody told us that kind of stuff. That's a super simple formula for anybody to become a millionaire. It's like anybody can do it.
Anybody
can do it. Anybody right now. Anybody can do it.
40-year-old millionaire, and you get to retire from your job if you want to. You got the option to.
If you want to. Listen,
well, you can start at 21. You can start at 40 if you want to. Like, if you're 40 years old, 35, you can start right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You can start at 40, and your retirement be amazing. Your retirement be amazing. Like, whatever you got in your 401k, your 403b, or whatever you got, or your pension, whatever you got. But add another $500,000 to that, and $10,000 a month.
Yeah.
And then when the mortgages start falling off, oh my God.
Now you're not even. Now you doubling your bread off break. Oh my God. Now you.
Yeah, when the mortgage start falling off, then what are you talking about? Like, listen. I said, I didn't say $1,000. I said $500 a month, and buy 1 duplex a year. Not be a mogul, and life get real easy.
Get real easy.
Slow walk grind. That's all. That's just it's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's it. But listen. I'm 40 right now. If I had $40,000, if I had $10,000 a month, that was then right. If you're somebody, right? Let's just say you work at Enterprise Criminal, right? You're making 36 grand, but then all of a sudden you get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Listen, jobs are only stressful when you gotta work there. If you ain't gotta be there, it's way less stress. You
start looking at your boss real different when you got like 10 doors. Your boss is not necessarily telling you what to do with that same aggression. You like, look, you got to watch your tone because I don't have to be here. My 2 weeks is sitting right here. I just need to date it and sign it. So just cool out a little bit.
Hey, listen, this is a fact, yo. So I was at PHA. I got suspended for 5 days, right? But I did that 5 days, and my wife went to Puerto Rico. I'm like, yo, I don't have to, like, I would, like, can you believe that their punishment is make me not work? That's your
Yeah.
punishment? That's what you got, make me not work?
Like they wanted to make me feel it, make me come in early, make me work a little overtime, something, but to take you off, like, all right, cool, that's what I
No,
wanted.
wait a minute. I got a 5 day. Listen. I would gladly take a 5 day non-paid vacation. Gladly, gladly. But I had other income. I still had my rental income coming in. So the job was like, yeah, don't get me wrong. I needed the job. My son was just born. I needed that bread.
Right.
But at the same time, my son wasn't born. I got suspended. But at the same time, I'm like, come on, man. It's like I got other income. We went to Puerto Rico the first flight. And not only that, we stayed at the Ritz-Carlton. And listen, and we posted the pictures and take my supervisor in the pictures.
Yo, you a fool. But for people that want to get your book, Malik, text PI to 215-366-0011.
That's it. I'm not a pen. I wish I could pen and post. I don't know how to. But yeah, that's it, man. 215-366-0011.
I'm gonna say this live. I'll put it in the comments.
Yeah, listen, like I said, everybody, listen, definitely pull up to the event, man. I know it's gonna be a good time. I wish I could be there.
Well, we're gonna have you at the next one, but definitely May 29th. May 29th. And then don't forget, we got people. We might need to do it again, Lorenzo, just for the night. So between now and tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., we're going to have a ride-along. We already have one ride-along with 10 people that purchased from Tuesday. So we'll add a few more spots. For anybody that buys tickets tonight till tomorrow, we will add you guys to the ride-along group. So get your tickets tonight. We'll add you to the ride-along group. So now you'll be able to do an in-person session with me and Lorenzo. We'll take you through some properties, show you how to rehab, show you what it looks like finished, show you what it looks like busted and gutted. And then when you go to the event, May 29th, it'll all make sense how we do it. From business credit, setting up your passive income through your 9-to-5, through investing in cryptocurrency, in stocks, all the way down to, again, the BRRRR strategy and fix and flip. You name it, we got you covered. So again, hit the link in my bio. We just dropped the link in the comments. I don't know what else to tell you, but the opportunity won't keep waiting for you. The opportunity will not keep waiting for you. Lorenzo, anything I missed?
No, I think you got everything. I do. I really think that when it comes to buy the hood too, I think that's the secret weapon that people aren't really catching on. That I don't feel like they really know how much value that's going to be, because when Malik brought me onto the buy the hood, that's when I called him pissed. I was like, why didn't somebody teach me this a long time ago? What is going on? I'm like, yo. And my first time, I made, it was a couple $100, but the stock market started at 9:30. I cashed out at 9:45. I was like, all right, cool. Why didn't somebody teach me this in college, my freshman year? So when they really break down how you can make money from your job without losing your money, that's going to be a crazy story. Because when I learned that opened my eyes to real estate, and I'm like, all right, because instead everybody putting $1,000, I'm like, what if I put 10,000 on this $1 million challenge? What happens if that happens? And he's like, yo, slow down. Like, what can I do? Options? He like, slow down. No, and I've already done the options, lost my bread on went rogue a little bit. Like, yeah, what happens if you just go to zero? Well, you lose all your money. I'm like, damn, all right, cool. But they'll teach us a few things about that too.
For sure.
No,
Somebody
listen,
just asked, when is the ride along? The ride along will be in about 2 weeks. So you got to sign up tonight. The offer is only good for tonight. You'll sign up for the May 29th event, and we'll send you the email for the details for the ride along. So you're getting the 2-for-1 here. You can't beat that. So you're going to get the in-person, showing you basically what properties look like, how to rehab a property, how to GC a project, how we acquired the properties using business credit. And then we'll take that and bring you to the live event May 29th. So again, hit the link in my bio. The link is in the comments, but it's only going to be good for not 24 hours. I'm sorry. It'll be good for tomorrow, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. So I'm just checking it now. Got the update. I know who was the last person to purchase yesterday. So, I'll see who purchases tonight. I'll check it in the morning and let y'all know. So, definitely hit the link in my bio. if you want to be a part of it. Malik, we always appreciate you, big homie. You know, you've been in the game a long time, and you always ain't scared to reach back and share, man. So we definitely
No, that's
appreciate you.
true. All right, man. Listen,
Appreciate it.
everybody get the young boy, man. Bring him out of the hood, man. Everybody do that.
Well, look, well, don't forget, you know, we got the community cleanup this Saturday, so that's our whole
Yeah, no,
initiative with that.
it's my mom's birthday. As long as I done number her, I'll be there.
Yo, you got a lot of events going on, man. You got a lot going on, man. You need to put us
Dog,
D
it's my mom.
with your admin.
I got my mom's birthday and my wife's birthday. I mean, come on, that's it.
No, his mom. Don't play with his mom. His mom, you know, she don't want. She, you know, she ready. She came
Yeah,
at me one time.
met,
So
my mom met a Lorenzo right now, but it's all good.
Nah, salute. Look, family, man, you can't beat that, man. We need to see more of that. But we definitely, again, we'll be out there this Saturday from 12 to 2, starting at 55th in Baltimore, making our way to the park for the community cleanup. Just, you know, reach back and talk to the community and again, the young people to show them there
You
is a
going to the
presence out
park
here.
on 57th Street?
Say it again.
You go from 55th to the park on 57th Street?
we're gonna go to Christie or Sherwood, whatever you
Okay,
you call it.
okay, yeah, sure, okay. All right, cool. All right.
All right. Well, definitely appreciate y'all. I'm gonna drop the and when I save it, I'm gonna drop your link, Malik, to put your stuff in there for your book. You know, you can't beat that. So definitely appreciate you. I'll talk to you, Zoe. You know, I see y'all next week. Y'all have a great day.
Good luck, man. Appreciate it.
My man.